Hello everyone, it's Michael from GetFitOver40.com bringing to you another workout video. And you know, I could pretty much make an ab video probably every week and it would get all kinds of traffic. It seems like everybody's interested in abs, you know, getting shredded, ripped abs. And it's like, I guess what it is maybe is if you've got abs, or people think that if they have abs, then they've finally achieved their fitness, you know, whatever it happens to be. Their fitness goal is to get abs. If you've got abs, then you've achieved that level of fitness. It makes you almost a fitness aficionado, whatever, right? And that's not always true. I mean, some people just tend to carry a little bit more weight there. As we get older, we tend to carry a little bit more weight on our midsection. If you're like in your 50s and 60s, and you've had weight all along, it's really hard to get rid of it. So sometimes it's almost near impossible to get that last little bit to have a full six-pack. You might be able to show the top bit. It really depends on genetics and a lot of things. But I mean, ultimately, having abs requires the proper diet and nutrition. It requires getting your body fat percentage down. That's really one of the biggest factors. It really is. I mean, you could work your abs out every day, go crazy. I'm going to show you a bunch of stuff. I'm going to show you my favorite stuff that I like to do because I think I got pretty good abs and I've gotten my body fat down enough to show off the whole area, and I've got quite a regimen that I do. So we'll talk about that in a bit. But getting back to it, you know, if you did what I did, do all the stuff I'm going to show you, but don't get your body fat down, don't get your diet and nutrition in order, then you're not going to see your abs. So obviously, getting that body fat percentage down, genetics do play a role, age does play a role, because right now, I'm 46 years old, and so when I put fat on, I generally put it on, you know, just like all middle-aged guys, right around here. That's where it starts to go the most, right? It's less on my arms and legs as I get older. It seems like, you know, and that's why I could say really vascular, even at 10% body fat, I can be super vascular in my arms. But then I start to get that, you know, that little bit around here, and the abs start to go away. That's just a fact of life. I'm going to be readjusting my phone here. It's recording the audio. So let's get into this. Oh, the other thing is, you know, again, genetics are super important in abs because not everybody has those big chunky abs. Like I'm very fortunate that I have rather chunky abs. Some people, you know, even with low body fat percentages, their abs aren't going to pop as much because they just have smaller abs. It's just the way our genetics are. Some people have great, you know, pectoral muscles. Some people can't build their chest. Some people can have great, you know, awesome biceps like Arnold's. And other people can barely get their biceps to grow. Calves, you know, everybody has their Achilles heel, I guess, muscle area that they're challenged, and that could be your abs. So that's, you know, whether, and I've seen like physique guys that work out crazy amounts and their bodies look amazing, but they have weak abs. It's just a part of their body that they just can't seem to get to grow as much. All right, so I'm going to show you my favorite ab routines. Like, now, you might ask me, okay, do I do this every time I work out? No, not a chance. I pretty much will do one ab routine per workout day. So if I'm doing a split workout, I might not hit abs during both workouts. I'll do them at least once. So 6 days a week, I'm hitting abs. Every day I work out, I'm hitting abs. And sometimes I'll even do a little bit in both workouts. But for sure, I'm going to hit abs at least once per workout day. And so some basic stuff that works really good that I do all the time. I've done this in the past. This is a hard one, but you know, like doing leg raises. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. I'm sort of hitting the ground, but doing your leg raises, right? Those are great ones, right? Those are good. And you can extend it so you're doing toes to bar, right? I'm a little sore. I do this planking thing where I'll hold a plank. I'll try and do it. It's called a lever, I believe. I'm just a little sore. It's called a lever. That one's great for your abs, right in here. Hit your lats, all down in here as well. Awesome exercise for your core. So that's a great one, but you know, obviously you're not going to be able to do a lever when you first start doing it. You may only be able to just bring your knees up, okay? But you start with what you can do. So knees up is fine. I'm going to get a little tired while I do some of this stuff for you guys. I'm going to also be having to adjust my camera a little bit. One really great work thing that I do in the gym, we'll just get this rolling here. That should be enough. Okay. I'm going to bring it down just a little bit for you guys. There it is. Okay. So, and the key to this one isn't to let your back get too high. Okay. So watch my back. I'm going to try and do it on a little bit of an angle here. So you have your arms basically tucked in like this, nice and firm. Get into a parallel to the ground position, and then crunch your stomach. Come back up to a parallel position, crunch your stomach. Don't be doing this. Don't be swaying your back. Keep your back straight and parallel to the ground pretty much, and then crunch in. Like this. That is a great, that exercise right there, let me adjust the camera again, is fantastic for building bulk in your midsection. So getting those abs to grow. You know, not necessarily shred, but grow. That is a key fundamental exercise that I do. So get rid of this for a second. All right, so of course, you know, there's things like your standard sit-ups, and I'm going to move the camera again. I should have just left it there. So your standard sit-ups, right, you can use a pad behind your back if you want to. Right, it's a standard sit-up. I don't do a lot of these. I find them a little actually hard on my back, right, because you're just kind of doing that. I tend to do more crunches. So a crunch is basically where you come up and you're just crunching your stomach. You're just lifting your shoulders off the ground like this. You know, lots of those. And what I like to do is incorporate it. See if I got enough room here. I incorporate it into an exercise where I'll do one leg up. Actually, sorry. Yes, one leg up. No, not yet. I got to remember what I'm doing. So what I do is I start with my arm over here and I pull it across. And I'll do 10 to 15 reps each side. So like this, right? Crunch it up. Usually I do 15 reps each side. Then I put a leg up and I'll do the same thing. Crunch it. 15 reps each side. Same thing. Try not to even have a break in between. And then at the very end, both legs up and then crunch it in. That is an awesome crunch workout. You can do, if you can do 15 of those, so 15 per side. My phone just took a dive here. Hold on a second. All right, phone's back. Okay, so if you can do 15 of each of those, so 15 per side, 15 per side, 15 per side, 15 per side, and then you go 15 down the middle, that's a really great workout for abs. You're going to get a great workout doing that. So those are great. If you have a functional trainer like this, actually, I'll use this side. A really great exercise to do. Don't drop things. Try and get it right about middle here. See what I've done here? And you don't need to go crazy heavy. You just want to basically keep your hips pointed forward constantly. And so you just rotate. So don't be doing this. Don't be doing that. You're not rotating your hips. You're rotating your upper body. So you want to get all the twist up here, not in your hips. All right? So try and keep your hips straight, facing forward. And this one's going to build all the muscles along through here. You'll obviously want to switch sides and do however many reps. Increase the weight until it's the right amount of weight for you. That's a great one for right in here. If you want to build your obliques, so these areas right in here, grab a nice weight like this. I'm not very flexible. Like my body doesn't bend very well. Some of you can probably get a lot better bending happening, but you essentially want to go down as far as you can and then up. Your down should be a little slower, all the way down, and then pull tight. Down, all the way down, pull tight. Make a nice quick, well, not really quick, but quick enough on the up, on the positive portion of the weight. And then the same thing you do the other side. All the way down, up. All the way down, up. All the way down, up. Shoot for about 15 to 20 reps per side. All right, I'm trying to think here. Some other stuff that I like to do. Those are like some pretty main ones. Obviously leg raises off the floor. I kind of miss those. When I do that one where I do the crunches, I'll quite often do leg raises too right after. So I'll do like this type of guy here where I'll just do these. Now I don't like to go too high because when you go all the way up, you're taking all the tension off your stomach. It's in a rest phase. So I like to keep it lower. Go about there. And if you have some shoes on, it'll obviously add a little bit of weight. But right to about there. I don't go all the way up because again, you're reducing the amount of tension that you're putting. I like to keep the tension on my stomach the whole time and do more reps that way too. And do them a little quicker. So that's one that I like to do. Again, it's good for your lower abs, right in here as well. Ab rolls, if I have my ab roller handy, which I usually do. Where to go? My ab roller has disappeared. My children have taken it. But I'm pretty sure we've all seen an ab roller. Who knows where it went at this point? Found it. All right. I'm back. Okay. So I'm back. I'm going to do ab rolls. I found it. These guys are great. Right? If you're really motivated, you can do it from a standing position. Much harder from a standing position, but you know, I find I actually tear stuff up a little bit when I do the standing ones, so I don't do them very often, because when I do the standing ones, it's like my abs are just ruined for like 3-4 days, especially when you're trying to do other core related, you know, workout exercises like squats and things. You're trying to engage the core a little bit. If your abs are wrecked, not so good, right? So that's pretty much it. Those are the things I do. You know, continuously, I just rotate through them. I would say, you know, again, hit your abs a little bit every day. I don't do crazy amounts of sets. I don't do, you know, I won't be doing 4 rounds of whatever. Usually when I'm doing crunches, I kind of just do it till I'm just really, really fatigued and just beat. Then I'll throw some of those leg raises at the end, done. If I'm doing these lever type things, I'll do 3 rounds of that, maybe 8 to 10 reps. Done, that's it, right? If I'm doing ab rolls, I'll maybe do, you know, I'll just do a huge set or maybe a couple big sets, you know, 25 to 30 of them from the knees. Those types of things. If I'm doing the obliques, I'll usually do 3 rounds and just increase their weight a little bit each time, and I'll do like shoot for about 15 reps each. You know, if I'm doing the, I'm using the training system like this, then a functional trainer, then again I'll do 3 rounds, increase the weight a little bit each time until it gets really difficult. That's pretty much it. I mean, right now I'm at 7 to 8% body fat. You know, my abs are still, they're still there, right? But they're not show contest ready, but they're still happening. Again, that's kind of where the weight goes for me as I get older. It's pretty natural. That's just what happens. If I was the younger 20-year-old version of myself at 7 to 8% body fat, I would have less fat on there, but it would probably be in other areas. So you get some here and take some there. It doesn't really matter. It's all the same at the end of the day. All right, that pretty much concludes this video. This ab, you know, get shredded ab video. Probably going to get a lot of hits on this one because it has the word shredded and abs in it. And that's just the way YouTube is. But anyways, thanks again for watching another GetFitOver40.com video. Until next time, take care.